Hello, everybody. I thought today was a great day to be able to start talking about the factors that lead to mental health. And today I'm going to focus on how alcohol can affect both yourself and others around you. As much as alcohol can be used for celebrations or as a nice end of the day drink after a busy day at work, the reality of it is, in excess, it can be classed as, in my eyes, as a poison. Unfortunately, lots of people do turn to alcohol as a self-relief, self-help mechanism, i.e., they'll turn to a bottle of wine or crave a beer to try and overcome the problems that they've encountered over the last day or week or month or whatever it is, to help them fix their mental well-being. With alcohol comes withdrawal effects, and that creates even more problems. Your thoughts and feelings from before will come back with vengeance, and now you have the other issue on top too. So eventually, as you can see, it will just accumulate and it will get much worse for you. Turning to alcohol as a relief is very common. It even happened with me, and I would turn to alcohol to try and feel more positive. I'd be feeling down, so I would say yes to going on a night out. I would spend hundreds of pounds and I would feel for a good half hour, really good. However, as the night progressed and I was drinking more and more, I ended up becoming aggressive as I was getting vivid flashbacks from my past, and I got into situations that got me into a lot of trouble. The reality of alcohol is it will lead to further health issues, not just your mental, but physical issues. My dad unfortunately passed away because of alcohol, and he couldn't escape his demons. That led him to excessively drink all the time. Now, I understand that it can be a scary thought of living your life without alcohol, but it is doable, it is achievable, and there are ways which can help you reduce the intake and ways to be able to stop you completely if that's what you want. Um, it's never too late, never. Our brains are full of neurotransmitters which control our thoughts and feelings. And in simple terms, that means chemical messages. And this can be severely impacted via alcohol. You may have heard of Dutch courage before. And essentially, what this means is that you have this ego and confidence that you didn't have before. It means that you forget what's right from what's wrong. And quite often, it can lead to times where you get into trouble. To put this even simpler, it means that the more alcohol you consume equals a reduction in your brain's neurotransmitters, equaling more depressing feelings and thoughts, and bring on anxiety and lead to further disorders to do with mental health. Our physical health can be affected massively by alcohol. In short term, that means that we will act recklessly and shameful, lead to migraines. It can lead you to become a victim of violence or inflict violence on others, and it can lead to stomach issues. In the long term, it can affect our mental well-being and can lead to other disorders. It can affect our relationships with colleagues at work, or friendships or relationships with a partner. It can lead to various cancers. It can lead to liver failure, heart failure, and it just generally is not good on your physical health in the long term. Excessive. Alcohol has been around for years, and because of that, there's a lot of research done. It's evidence based that alcohol really does affect your mental health. Alcohol can also lead to a dependence on it, especially if you already suffer with a mental health condition. And for those that already have the mental health conditions, they will turn to alcohol and use it as a self-medication, a short-term fix. The problem with excess drinking is that it can also lead to early onset dementia, which quite a few people don't realise. Alcohol can also lead to psychosis, especially when consumed in heavy amounts. I will be relaying more information on psychosis and dementia and depression, anxiety, further videos to come. The reality is that it can lead lots of people to self-harm and have suicidal thoughts. This is due to people having low self-esteem, running into debt issues, losing their relationships, as well as loss of inhibitions and actions of the impulse. Now, before I go on with more information for this video, if you are experiencing thoughts of self-harm or suicide, or you're about to act on those impulses, please get yourself to A&E or phone 999. That is the first thing I need you to do. Failing that, call Samaritans on 116 123. Now, as well as having effects on you, it can affect others around you, especially family. So I'm going to relate it to my story. So through my childhood, I had to experience a parent, my dad, who was an alcoholic. And because of his alcohol, it led to lots of domestic abuse and beatings. I received beatings via a belt, via a dog lead, which was a rope one, as well as a metal chain. He ended up losing his marriage with my mother. He lost contact with me for many years, and he got himself into a position which he was getting worse and worse, and his alcohol dependency was just through the roof. And we're here today where unfortunately he's no longer with us. And I say unfortunately because I don't want to focus on the negatives with him. There were so many positive times that outweigh the negative ones, but unfortunately the negative ones are the ones that really do stick with me and impact my life daily. If you feel like what I'm talking about today is can relate to you and you want to take action, then there is so much support out there. There are plenty of NHS alcohol addiction support services. You can talk to your GP. They can do a physical health check on you, and they can lead you to further direction to be able to get that help that you need. There's talking therapies, and there's other support groups where people are going through the exact same as you, and you're able to talk about ways you can cope and ways you can get past these demons that you have. Now I'm going to quickly go through self-help tips with you. I recommend that you understand what can trigger you. So, for example, if it's social events down at the pub, why don't you suggest about doing something else, such as going to a little pitch and putt, or do a little bit of bowling, or you go for a nice walk along the seaside or in the woods, observe nature, anything like that. Now, there are more self-help tips on Club Soda, and I'll put that link in the bottom. Relaxation is a key to recovery and getting you back on track. Now, I can recommend you doing yoga, meditation, forms of exercise, getting out in nature, appreciating the sight you see, what you smell, hear, just anything that can make yourself enjoy the moment, anything that can make you happy, and use that as a defense mechanism. Now, I just want to say a massive thank you to mentalhealth.org for allowing me to share some of their information, and that has helped guide me to get to a place where I am today. As well as mentalhealth.org, I'll be posting other useful resources and information that can really help you with your mental health and your dependence to alcohol. Now, I just want to say thank you so much if you've made it to the end of the video and you're enjoying this journey that I'm on. I really do aim to build a societal acceptance for one another. A forward.